Hello, today I'm going to be decluttering my entire house, and I don't think, well, hopefully it's not going to be as ominous as it seems, because I have done quite a few declutter sweeps and I'm just doing another one today. So I'm going to go through every room in my house and just, you know, change of seasons. It's now spring, so I'm sort of changing out the winter bedding to summer bedding and the seasonal clothes and things like that. If you're new to my channel, my name's Mel. I do a lot of cleaning, decluttering and organizing on this channel. I'm trying to become more of a minimalist and just live a simpler lifestyle. So if that is what you're interested in, I'd love to have you click that red subscribe button below and join me on my journey to get my home decluttered and simplified. So it is a Saturday, so you may be able to hear like background noises. At some point in a couple of hours, I think my husband is going to take my son to a birthday party, and then Toots will go to sleep. It's my 2-year-old. So I'm starting in Toots' room so that I can get her room sort of decluttered first. Okay, so this is my daughter's cot, and we've just recently taken the side off. And then also, because she is getting bigger, we don't really need the change table anymore. So what I want to do is empty everything out, and I'm going to try and sell it or donate it. And there's all these sleeping bags which she doesn't need now, an old beach bag that I don't use, and a woolen blanket for her cot which we didn't even really use this winter. This is all clean now. This is falling apart, so I think I'm going to get rid of this box and use one of my old Kmart baskets. Okay, so I did end up decluttering some clothes. She's definitely grown out of it, or have grown out of it by the time next winter comes around, and her drawers were just stuffed full, so they're looking a lot better now, not so full. You can see that one's half empty, that one's half empty. That one is her daycare clothes, and this is a good tip, guys. Especially if your husband gets the kids ready in the morning like mine does. I have one drawer just of daycare clothes, so it doesn't matter what he picks. This is the, you know, old, stained, not as good kind of clothing that is fine to get dirty. And then this has mainly got dresses and things, and all these will either get donated or passed on to a friend. Now I'm in Bud's room, but we recently decluttered his toys, so the only stuff I really need to go through are his clothes, just with a change of seasons. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go through that now. Okay, well, not a lot of stuff to declutter in Bud's room, and that's probably because I went through his clothes a few weeks ago, and then we went through his toys as well. But I found these brand new pajamas that I bought for him, and they're size 4, and he's definitely not a size 4, he's bigger than that. A few bits and pieces of rubbish, and our old Sony Handycam. I've never shot one of my YouTube videos on this, but I gave this to Bud to have a play around with, and he doesn't really use it. So that is all in his room, really. Alright, so my bedroom, and I really did not have a lot to declutter because I've gone through my clothes several times. And I'm not going to go through hubby's clothes. I just found these socks, and I hate wearing these. These are Asics socks, and they're supposed to be really good for sports and stuff, but I just find them tight and restrictive and uncomfortable. So I'd rather just wear a plain old pair of Bonds sports socks. Okay, so this is the lounge, and aside from it being a bit messy because it's been lived in at the moment, my son has got his Hot Wheels track down there. It's actually in a pretty good state. So our IKEA shelf, we got the little doors that go on the shelf. So this is the IKEA Kallax shelf. And we always had these bins, but I wanted to get doors on so it didn't look so junky. And I'll just go through it now. I did go through it when I packed everything away, but I just want to go through it now quickly and see if there's anything else that I can declutter from it. I decluttered a couple of books. This Little People Princess Coach, which I actually bought it really cheap off a buy sell swap site. That was second hand, and she doesn't really use it. I also bought this whole zoo set off a classified site as well, so it was second hand, and she doesn't play with the zoo set, so I think I'm going to clear that out. This drawer, which I haven't actually looked at, I better look at this drawer. Alright, so that's a little bit better. I've got this, which I bought here. This is Baby Bill of Beauty and the Beast, and she never plays with him. This little foam thing. And I found Woody, which I'm going to put him in the cupboard with his buddy Buzz. And these should go in Bud's room. Okay, bathroom. So I am not filming in the bathroom because it's next to Toots' room, has a bit of an echo, so I don't want her to wake up. So this foaming cleanser, just like a makeup remover and cleanser in one, and I don't really use it. Vaseline, didn't end up using much of it. This is really old. And then this is some shampoo that I've stopped using. It's for oily roots and dry ends, and now my hair has just got really dry roots, so I've had to move to like a more moisturizing shampoo, and as you can see there's only like a tiny bit left in the bottom anyway. Now I'm going to go into the kitchen and get rid of a few things.
A secret kiss from painted lips. Yeah, we can move in, move in. A taken bed, a sun to set, and maybe we're falling, falling. It may all be over before it's begun, before it's begun. Let's get it not over before it's begun. A sudden touch, a fever rush. Yeah, we can stay in, stay in.
Alright guys, so here is everything.
A clever game, and maybe we're falling.
Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys, it's actually now a few days later, and this is what's left in my hallway of all the stuff I decluttered. Pretty much all gone except for these things, which I'm probably going to keep for now just to see if I can find another use for them. This is all that's left, one box which is going to go to the thrift shop, and I'm going to drop that off this morning. And I put a whole lot of clothes in the clothing bin. I also, I think, sold a couple of baby things, and I've given away a lot of stuff. So out of all that clutter, it's pretty much gone a few days later, and that is one key rule for decluttering: get it out of your house as soon as possible, because it'll make you feel so much better not to have it hanging around and taking up space. And I hardly threw anything away, which I'm really, really happy about. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and if it gave you some motivation, and of course click subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!